everyone. It's Rosemary Maris from Maris Art. I get a lot of questions from subscribers and on Facebook about the glues that I use. So I'm going to do a review. I'm not selling any of these or anything. It's just my experience with them. So you need to try them out yourself and see if you like them. First of all, this one is one that's for sale in Australia here, which is quite good, but it says it's non-yellowing, flexible bond and dries clear, but it does dry a bit shiny as well. So I'm not that keen on it. It's been sitting in my container of glues forever. I've also, when I first started, was using PVA Wood glue. So I've got this great big container of it that I bought from a place here called Bunnings, and it's still quite full because I wasn't really very satisfied with it. So I do use a lot of Mod Podge. I buy it in a big container like that one there and put it in this jar here. The only thing is the one I've got is a gloss one. So when I used it in my altered books, it does leave a sort of sticky residue, which never seems to dry with all the other paints and glues and all the other things that are layered underneath it. I think it affects the drying of it. So all I do is I put a piece of tracing paper between the pages, and that just stops them sticking together and pulling anything off. But I still like Mod Podge. This one here, Art Glitter Glue. This is amazing. It does dry clear. It doesn't appear to be shiny. It's very runny if you don't have this metal top that's on it. The black top here has got quite a big hole in it, and it's a very liquid glue. So if you're using it just with that, it'll come out in great big blobs and surprise you. But they have this little metal thing that comes with a pin that goes on the top of it. And I think why it's called glitter glue is because you can actually write with this, if you're writing big, of course, and then you put the glitter on and you've got glittery writing. And I think that's what this is meant for originally. But it is so useful, like if you've done a lot of fussy cutting and you want to get into all those little nooks and crannies and doilies, it's really good for putting that down as well. So I highly recommend this one. I use it a lot. I have to get it in from America, of course. Tacky Glue. It's very similar to this other one, the Art Glitter Glue. It's quite thick. I like it in this container. I think it's called a quick grab container or something. I'm nearly out of this one, so this is the next one. It's Aileen's original Tacky Glue, and this top, when you've finished, you just sit it in it like that way up on your table, and it's always ready to use. You don't have to wait for it to run down the jar and squeeze it and all that stupid stuff. It is, as you can see, quite a thick glue, so it's a lot thicker than the other one. It does tend to show through, unless you smooth it out, of course, because it comes out in big blobs when you're going like that on the back. You know, when you're going like this on the back of a picture, and then you put it down. Some of the blobs sometimes can show through like little lumps in the picture. So I use it mostly for card. Any paper that I'm sticking down, I'll use this one because this one doesn't show through the lumps like this one does. But it's an amazing glue. I love it. This one, the 3-in-1, actually came when I ordered some Tack, and they replaced it with this, which is supposed to be the same, but it's actually not. And I've seen that they've done it on other people as well, because they've remarked on it on their videos that this came when they ordered 2 Tack. And this one is, they both got acetone in it, so they're very, very strong smelling. So you need to have a window open or some sort of ventilation. I'm thinking of actually getting I've got a window just there, by my craft table, and I'm thinking of getting one of those little tiny extractor fans that you put in bathroom windows to put there, so that I can actually put it on when I'm using this, so it sucks it out, because the window open in here, because my room here opens onto the door opens onto the lounge, it tends to blow it all through the house. So I'm thinking of getting one of those little extractor fans. So fabric tack, amazing. I don't only use it for fabric, I use it for everything, because it just works on everything, that all the papers, cards, anything that you use in paper, journals or books, this will be the one. It's my go-to one, together with the art glitter glue and the tacky glue. Right, and then this one is one that's from here, Gemstone Glue, which is supposed to be for gemstones, but I found that, oh, I can't get the top off, but what I found is that it goes really quite solid very quickly inside, so I have to use a long sort of needle to get down to the bottom and use it on the back of the gems if I want to glue them down. So now what I've done is I've gone for this, and that holds gems beautifully. So far so good. I've only had it for about 6 months and they haven't come off so far, so we'll see in a few years' time. This one's interesting. This one is, as you can see in here, whether you can see it, there's a liquid in there and it's like a pen. I'll just clean that nib a bit. And it's got a little nib on it. So what you do is you get a bit of paper. I'll do it on this, see if it'll do it. And if I can get it going. You squeeze that little bit there is soft, so you can squeeze the glue down. I don't know how much is left in this. Oh, there's quite a bit in there. It's just not working at present. But you get the idea anyway. It'll take a while to run down there because I haven't used it for a while. So you squeeze this little blue part. You can see, oh, it's hardly got anything in there. Let me have a look at the other one has. Oh, this one's got more, so this one might work. There you go. So you squeeze it down, and might not do it because it's like, there you go. So it comes out as blue, whether you can see that, it's blue, and then it will dry white. And I find them quite useful for, you can see on there, it's got instructions. You squeeze that this little blue bit, and then you draw with it, so you can get really fine lines with it. Again, very useful for sticking doilies and things like that. And the thing is, it's blue. See how it's dry and clear? It's blue, so that when you've got a really thin line of it, you can't do it. Oh, that's quite a thick one, but there you go, thin line of it, like that. You can actually see it where you've put it down because it's blue, and then it dries clear. So they're interesting. That's a zig memory system. Two-way glue, squeeze and roll. Gently squeeze the bubble grip to dispense the two-way glue. Why is it called two-way glue? Oh, it must be the same as another one. I've got another one from the same make that I haven't actually got out, but it's got a tip on it that wide, and when it's wet it will hold things down, but if you wait for it to dry till the blue is gone, then it becomes a removable glue, so you can put paper on it, but you can lift it off. So when it's dry, this must be the same thing. If you wait for it to go white, then it becomes removable. if you get what I mean. And then we come to Art Basics. All of these, which are from Finnabair. Oh, there we go. Finnabair Art Basics Heavy Body Gel. And it's transparent when you put it on. This I use when I'm putting metal things onto canvases in mixed media. It will hold anything in place. It does take a while to dry, but once it's dried, and you can't see it. And then usually if I'm putting all sorts of paper flowers and metal things and and I put great big blobs of it on, well, it might show, but if you're going to paint all over it, it doesn't matter. So I use great big blobs of it. Oh, I can't get that one open. This is a matte one, and they do a gloss one. I have had this open, I think. Maybe not, so I'm not going to open it, because that's a new one. Every time I see these on special, I get them, right? So this is a 3D matte gel, and then they do a gloss gel. Either one of them is brilliant. Of course, this does dry with a gloss on it, but you can see it. Oh, you can see I use it a lot, but that's what it's like. It is gluggy and thick. And I did a workshop with Finnabair, and she had some samples of the work that we were going to do, that she said she's been carrying around, just thrown in a suitcase for years, and nothing has come off it. And also, it won't come off if it's a canvas that's flexible. It won't come off that either. It just is there forever. So all the things that I've made with that, they're still in place. This one's not really a glue, it's a glaze, but I thought I'd show you because it is just amazing. It gives this beautiful, beautiful high gloss glaze on things. You have to be careful that you don't overwork it, so you put it on really thick and just spread it out gently, and it'll find its own level, and it's just gorgeous. Again, I had to get that in from America, of course. They don't have anything here. Then I thought I'd quickly go through washi tapes. I never use washi tapes, just relying on the tape to stick things, because it does peel off. So what I do is I use good old art glitter glue, put a little bit of that where I'm going to put the washi tape, and then put it down. And the other thing, I've just done a video of a book I haven't looked at for about a year, and I'd used double-sided tape on it like this, and it had all dried up and come apart. So again, if you're using double-sided tape, don't rely on it to glue things down. It doesn't work. Eventually it will all pop off. And I just made a Christmas album last year with it, and it's all peeling back, so I've got to go around it and repair it all with glue. So put glue down on this. On my channel, I've got a little quick tip on actually using this on pictures and things, and I show you how to do it. And I always put a little blob of glue in the corner, so this is just sort of holding it down while the glue sets. So don't rely on it for gluing things. So I hope that was helpful for you. I didn't realise I had so many different glues. Bye.